Welcome to my expat stories. You ever stick your hands in soil and know immediately if it's good or rubbish? That's what 27 years of organic farming does to you. Tonight I'm reading you a letter from Martin, 53 years old, organic farming consultant from Cornwall. Let's get into it. Right, so here I am, standing in a field outside Chiang Mai, holding a soil sample bag that shouldn't exist. The lab results came back 3 days ago. Organic, clean, perfect pH balance, no pesticide residue. Everything I tested was genuine, but the cooperative doesn't exist. The registration documents were forged. The farmers I met were paid 2,000 baht per visit to let foreign investors walk their land. Claire, the woman who ran the operation, has vanished. The office in Chiang Mai is empty. The phone number goes to voicemail. I tested the damn soil myself. I've been doing this for 27 years. I know organic agriculture, I know what real farming looks like, and every single thing I verified was real, except the only thing that mattered. The ownership. £142,000. Gone. Let me back up and tell you how this happened. My name's Martin, 53 years old. I spent 27 years as an organic farming consultant, Soil Association inspector for 12 years, independent consultant for another 15. I walked fields in Devon, Cumbria, Scotland, Wales. I tested soil. I reviewed crop rotations. I verified pesticide-free practices. I knew farming, real farming, the kind that takes generations to build and seconds to destroy if you cut corners. I sold my consultancy business in March 2019 for £180,000. Not a fortune, but enough to invest in something meaningful, something I understood. I'd been travelling to Thailand twice a year since 2015. Loved the country, the people, the food, the pace of life. Started thinking maybe I could build something there, yeah? Combine my expertise with Thailand's growing organic agriculture sector. That was the plan anyway. I met Claire at a sustainable agriculture conference in Bangkok, November 2019. She was giving a presentation on organic rice farming cooperatives in northern Thailand. She was good, proper professional, knew her stuff, talked about soil health, crop diversity, fair trade certification. Everything she said made sense. That was red flag number one. I just didn't see it yet. After her presentation, I introduced myself, told her about my background. She lit up, said she'd been looking for someone with my expertise. Her cooperative needed an investor with agricultural knowledge, not just money. The Northern Thailand Organic Cooperative. 6 farms across Chiang Mai province. Rice, vegetables, herbs, all certified organic. Exporting to Europe and Japan. She showed me photos on her tablet. Fields of rice. Farmers working. Healthy crops. Registration documents from the Thai Ministry of Agriculture. Export licenses. EU organic certification. I should have verified every document independently right then. Should have called the ministry myself. Should have checked the EU certification database. But I didn't, because everything looked exactly like what a legitimate cooperative should look like. Here's the thing though, when something looks that perfect, that's when you should be most suspicious. But I wasn't. I was excited. We met for coffee the next day. She brought more documentation, profit and loss statements, member lists, crop rotation schedules, partnership agreement templates. She explained the structure. The cooperative was owned by the 6 farming families. They needed capital to expand operations, purchase new equipment, develop export relationships. In exchange for investment, I'd receive 20% ownership and monthly dividends based on export sales. Minimum investment was £120,000. Returns projected at 12 to 15% annually. I told her I needed to see the farms myself. She smiled, said that was exactly what serious investors should do. We arranged a visit for January 2020. I flew into Chiang Mai on a Tuesday morning. Claire picked me up at the airport. We drove north through stunning countryside, mountains in the distance, rice paddies everywhere. The first farm was about 40 minutes outside the city. Small operation, maybe 15 acres. Rice and vegetables. The farmer's name was Somchai. 50s, weathered face, kind smile. He walked me through his fields, showed me his crops, explained his rotation system. I asked if I could test his soil. He laughed, said foreign consultants always want to test the soil. handed me a small spade. I took samples from 3 different locations, bagged them, labelled them, standard procedure. The soil looked good, dark, rich, proper structure. But I'd wait for lab results to be certain. We visited 3 more farms that day, each time the same process. Meet the farmer, walk the fields, test the soil, take photos. Every farmer seemed genuine, hard-working, passionate about organic agriculture. They talked about the challenges, the rewards, the cooperative system. That was the trap. They were genuine farmers, real people working real land. They just weren't part of any cooperative. The second day we visited the other 2 farms. More soil samples, more photos, more conversations with farmers who seemed absolutely legitimate. Claire took me to the cooperative office that evening. Small building in Chiang Mai, 2 staff members working inside, filing cabinets full of paperwork, wall charts showing crop schedules and export timelines. She showed me the registration certificate. Framed on the wall, Northern Thailand Organic Cooperative. Registered March 2017. Ministry of Agriculture stamp clearly visible. I asked to see the export contracts. She pulled them from a filing cabinet. France, Japan, all properly formatted. Company letterheads, signatures, official stamps. I asked if I could take photos of the documents. She said of course. Transparency was essential for investor confidence. I photographed everything. Registration certificate, export contracts, member agreements, financial statements. That night in my hotel, I reviewed everything. The documents looked legitimate. The farms were clearly operating. The farmers seemed genuine, but I still wanted verification. I sent the soil samples to a lab in Bangkok, paid for expedited testing. Results came back 4 days later. All 6 samples tested organic. No pesticide residue, no chemical fertilizers. pH levels appropriate for the crops being grown. Everything was exactly as it should be. I felt confident. This was real. I called Claire, told her I was interested in moving forward. She was delighted, said the cooperative board would need to approve my investment, but she was certain there wouldn't be any issues given my qualifications. 2 weeks later, she sent the partnership agreement. 30-page document. Investment terms, ownership percentage, dividend structure, exit clauses. I hired a lawyer in Bangkok to review it. He said the structure was standard for Thai agricultural cooperatives. Everything looked legitimate. That was red flag number 2. The lawyer reviewed the agreement. He didn't verify the cooperative actually existed, and I never asked him to. Mate, I should have known better. I really should have. I wired the first payment in February 2020, £120,000, converted to Thai baht, sent to the cooperative bank account Claire provided. She sent a receipt, official letterhead, signed by the cooperative chairman, stamped and dated. I was now a 20% owner of the Northern Thailand Organic Cooperative, or so I thought. The first 2 months, everything functioned exactly as promised. Claire sent monthly reports, export shipments, sales figures, detailed breakdowns of cooperative operations. She sent photos, farmers planting new crops, harvesting, packaging vegetables for export. In April, I received my first dividend payment, £4,200, transferred directly to my UK bank account. Exactly what the agreement projected. I felt like I'd finally done it. 27 years of working for other people. And now I owned part of something meaningful. A real agricultural operation. Helping farmers. Producing organic food. I remember calling my sister. Told her I'd made a brilliant investment. She was happy for me. Said it was about time something went right. That was the whole point of the scam though, wasn't it? Make it feel genuine. Pay dividends using the investor's own money. Build trust before asking for more. In May, Claire called. Said the cooperative had an opportunity to purchase additional land. Prime agricultural property. But they needed additional capital. If I could invest another £20,000, my ownership percentage would increase to 25%. I hesitated. Asked for more documentation. She sent it within hours. Land survey, purchase agreement, financial projections showing increased returns. I wired the money. That was the biggest mistake of my life. June 2020. COVID-19 had shut down half the world. Travel was impossible. Thailand had closed its borders. Claire sent apologetic emails. Export markets were disrupted. Shipments delayed. Revenue down significantly. No dividend payment in June. She said it'd resume once markets stabilised. I understood. Everyone was struggling. Agriculture wasn't immune to global disruption. July, no dividend, no detailed report. Just a brief email saying the cooperative was managing through difficult circumstances. August. No communication at all. I started calling. Her phone went straight to voicemail. I sent emails. No response. That's when I started to panic. I contacted the farmers directly, found Somchai's phone number in my photos, called him. He answered in Thai. I don't speak Thai well, so I asked if he spoke English. He said a little. I asked about the cooperative, about the export disruptions. Long pause. He said he didn't know about any cooperative. He just grew rice. Sometimes foreign people came to visit his farm. A woman paid him 2,000 baht each time to let them walk the land and take photos. I felt immediate dread, proper gut punch moment. I asked about the other farmers I met. He said they probably had the same arrangement. Many farmers in the area did this. Easy money for an hour of walking and talking. My hands were shaking. I asked if a British man named Martin had ever contacted him about investing. He said no, just the woman, Claire. She came every few months with different foreign visitors. I thanked him, hung up, sat in my kitchen staring at nothing. The farms were real, the farmers were real, the soil was genuinely organic. But the cooperative never existed. The registration certificate was forged. The export contracts were fabricated. The bank account belonged to Claire, not any cooperative. I'd verified everything visible, everything I could touch and test, and missed the only thing that mattered, the legal ownership. Bloody hell. I filed a police report in September. British Embassy helped me connect with Thai authorities. The detective assigned to my case was polite but frank. Cases like mine were common. Foreign investors, fake cooperatives, forged documents. He explained that the farmers I met probably had no idea they were part of a scam. They were just making extra money, letting tourists and investors visit. The office I saw in Chiang Mai was a short-term rental. Vacated in July. No forwarding address. The bank account was opened, with fake business registration documents. Claire withdrew all funds in June. Account closed same day. Claire wasn't her real name. The ID she used to open the account was stolen. The detective said recovery was unlikely. The money was gone, probably moved through multiple accounts before being withdrawn as cash. He asked if I'd verified the cooperative registration with the Ministry of Agriculture myself. I said no. I relied on the documents Claire showed me. He nodded, said that was the mistake most investors made. The documents were excellent forgeries, professional printing, convincing stamps, but completely fake. The ministry had no record of Northern Thailand Organic Cooperative. Never had. I'm back in Cornwall now. 54 years old, living in a small flat in Truro, working as a part-time agricultural consultant. Projects here and there, nothing steady. I sold my house to cover debts after the scam. The £142,000 I lost was everything. My retirement savings, my consultancy sale proceeds, my future security. I've got about £8,000 left in savings now, at 54 years old, starting over from almost nothing. My sister asked me last month why I don't do more international consulting work, higher paying. I told her I was focusing on local projects. Couldn't tell her I was terrified of making another catastrophic judgment error. I think about Claire constantly. Wonder if that was even her real face. If anything she told me was true. If she felt anything when she took everything I'd spent nearly 3 decades building. What devastates me most isn't the money. It's knowing my expertise. The thing I trusted most in myself was the weapon she used to destroy me. I knew how to verify soil, how to assess farming operations, how to evaluate crop health. And I did all of that perfectly. I just never verified the one thing I couldn't touch or test. The ownership, the legal registration, the actual existence of the entity I was investing in. The farms were real. The soil was genuinely organic. The farmers were legitimate agriculturalists. Claire just borrowed them for a few hours, like renting props for a film. And I walked right into it because everything I could verify with my hands and eyes was exactly right. I heard from another victim 6 months ago. Sandra, Australian woman, former nurse. She invested 90,000 Australian dollars in the same cooperative, met the same farmers, tested the same soil. She found me through a victim support forum online. We talked for 2 hours, compared notes. She'd visited 1 month after me. Same farms, same farmers, same Claire. Sandra's still in Chiang Mai, working at a health clinic, living in a small apartment, trying to rebuild. She said she can't go home yet, too ashamed. Her family doesn't know she lost everything. We talk sometimes. Compare what we remember. Try to find details that might help track Claire down. But we both know she's gone, probably running the same scam somewhere else. Different name, different cooperative, same playbook. Use real farms. Pay farmers small amounts to play along. Forge perfect documents. Target investors with agricultural expertise who think their knowledge protects them. It doesn't protect you. It makes you the perfect mark. Because you trust what you can verify, and you never think to verify the things you can't touch. That was Martin's story. 27 years as an organic farming consultant. He tested the soil himself. 6 farms. All genuinely organic. Every sample came back clean. The farms were real. The farmers were real. The soil was real. The cooperative was fiction. Claire vanished with £142,000. Sandra's still in Chiang Mai, working at a clinic trying to rebuild her life. Thanks for sharing, Martin. This is my Thailand stories. Catch you in the next one.